My business partner, Jeff, and I were actually in the HR consulting and recruiting business for almost 10 years prior to starting UrbanBound. And we saw our clients, who were typically companies in and around Chicago, all dropping the ball at the same part in the hiring process, where they spent all of this time and money and energy finding talented employees to come work for their organization. But when those employees had to relocate for that job, they did very little to actually support them other than give them money. So they said, here's a check, good luck. We called it a check and a handshake. And we dug a little deeper to figure out why that was the case. And it turned out that these companies had great relocation benefits that typically applied to more senior level roles at the company. And so we wanted to change that and figure out a way to leverage technology to introduce a better relocation benefit to the employee and also a better benefit that the employer could offer. What's innovative about UrbanBound is that we empower the employee to be able to administer their relocation on their own time frame. We let them make decisions, but we provide them with a tremendous amount of information that is often very difficult to find, or if you can find it, you're inundated with misinformation. So we really help the employee get educated on the relocation, the city that they're moving to, what kinds of decisions coworkers of theirs at the exact office that they're going to be working out of, what kinds of decisions they made about housing, where did they choose to live, how did they get to the office, commute times, things that are really relevant to them to support them in that decision-making process. We help them to organize their entire relocation from start to finish, and we provide them with access to a vetted supplier network. And these are companies like moving companies, real estate companies that not only meet our high quality standards and will guarantee a consistent delivery of their services, but will do so at the best possible price, because we're able to aggregate all the people that are relocating through UrbanBound and negotiate better pricing than an individual can. As we look to the future, you can think of UrbanBound as being the technology that sits between several different individual parties that are interested in understanding what's happening with any one relocation. So on the one hand, you have HR and the recruiters and the people that are responsible for making sure that that employee gets delivered to the office in a happy manner. You have the employee themselves who, they're dealing with all the stress of the relocation. So we're trying to make sure that that communication flow is open. We're also connecting the suppliers who are delivering all the different services, making sure that they're a part of that same conversation. And then, in many cases, the finance department needs to understand what benefits were delivered. So we're able to provide the information that they need to know from a payroll perspective, for example. And so as we look to the future, we're continuing to enhance those communication flows and provide each of those different user types with the types of tools that they need in order to do their jobs better.